All right, it is Monday, January 8th, about 10:50 a.m. I'm stopping for the day right now. I got one trade today, only on one evaluation account. I didn't take anything on the PA account. Pretty crazy day as far as the market. I woke up early, and so I was on the chart by about 6:15 in the morning, somewhere in here, and I was kind of thinking maybe we would be seeing a range, considering this came back down near the highs of the overnight. And then this thing just started shooting through and just never looked back. And there were not very many opportunities for pullbacks. They're very shallow pullbacks. Couldn't even get to the EMA. I was looking at different charts, and just every long opportunity just didn't look like the greatest setup. Just really kind of tough looking. Things didn't look like they had room. It would start to kind of consolidate and then just shoot up. So I really just wasn't seeing anything I liked. There were a number of things that I could have taken counter trend, but just the strength of the market, I didn't feel comfortable taking any of those. And of course, some of them won, but also there were some losers as well. So, I just stayed away from anything counter trend, and really just wasn't seeing any opportunities all the way from 6:15 when I started, all the way to about 8:30 where I had to take a break and go take my daughter to school. And so I stopped somewhere in the neighborhood around here, and then actually literally had just gotten back. Just when this setup was happening, I was just sitting down and taking a look at the various charts, and I saw this. And it's funny, I went to enter this originally and realized I didn't even have any of my actual Apex accounts turned on. It was just my lead sim account, because all of my trades on Apex I take through the trade copier off of the sim as the leader. So I actually almost entered this on only a sim account, and then realized right at the last second that I hadn't even turned any of my accounts on. So I had this one account, evaluation number 32, that I hadn't traded yet at all. And it was the only one that hasn't been traded yet. I didn't feel comfortable jumping in on a PA account when I hadn't been kind of here to kind of get a feel for what the market was doing, other than it was just clearly going up for the most part. And it wasn't really the best signal bar necessarily, but it clearly, it moved up all morning. It wasn't even touching the EMA here. And then the few times it came close, it would bounce and go up. And then even here, when it came below the EMA a little bit, it still just wasn't, the EMA just wasn't giving up, and it just kept pushing up. So I just felt like, okay, we got a nice touch on the EMA. I'm just going to go with it. And it was on an evaluation account that if I got a negative, P&L on it, I had all my other ones intact. All these other ones are still in good shape from last week. My PA is in good shape. So it was kind of like, it was worth taking it just because it needed a trade. I need to get that account started as well. And, if it wins, great. And if it loses, well, all my other accounts would have been in fine standing still. So, it was kind of a stress-free trade, and it worked. So let me pause here, and I'll put up the recording of the live session of that trade. All right. So I probably was sitting down right about here. I had the recording just running. I just leave the recording running all day at this point. So I was saying, okay, this is looking like it's going to be a strong signal bar. And I think at this point, I didn't even realize that I hadn't turned on a PA account yet, or not a PA account, but an Apex account. So let's see here. Also here, the bar wasn't looking too great. It was starting to look weaker, so I was starting to think, well, maybe it's not going to be a trade I'm going to be interested in. So just waiting to see how the bar finishes here. And we got some strength here at the end. So I still haven't dropped my order at this point. I think I was just kind of taking a look at everything and deciding if I wanted to take this trade or not. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, maybe I wasn't even here yet. I mean, maybe I came, while this bar was still forming out. It's funny. I don't remember exactly. I just remember sitting down and seeing like, oh, okay, this is potentially a trade right now. I guess it's longer than I thought it was before I get into this trade. It's really funny. I mean, this might have been when I was sitting down at my desk, only now. Um, I'm thinking about it. It was kind of like already there when I sat down. So I think I was just looking at everything at this point, maybe. Let's see when I drop the order in, at what point. So here, actually, I switched charts. Oh, yeah, it's funny. I don't even remember this. So I guess I switched charts, kind of trying to figure out which one's the best one to take. I switched charts back. I think I was looking at a few different charts considering, because I think there were some opportunities on multiple charts. So here I dropped my order in. And if you see to the left, it's only showing a sim account having an order. And luckily, I realized that before it triggered, so I was able to remove this order and then activate my evaluation account on my copier. And really, the whole play is just trusting that it's been an up market all day. We're bouncing off the EMA and it's been holding, it wasn't even able to touch the EMA for a long time. And then it held and held. And so really just placing a bet that's going to hold again. But I didn't trust it at this point enough to take it on the PA. So here you see it got triggered. And now I have my evaluation account was armed as well. So we're in it on the eval. And then didn't take too long. It kind of went back and forth a little bit, but never seeming like it wasn't going to work. But just to be safe, the price action today, I just didn't feel solid about it. And because I had just sat down at the computer and wasn't really able to take a really solid look at things, even though I was probably there for quite a while before it actually triggered. because it was already, almost 9:30 in the morning, and just not having followed the price action for the past 30, 45 minutes or so, I didn't want to risk more than just an evaluation, and I just figured, why risk an evaluation that's in good shape when I can, do one that hasn't even gotten started yet, and it doesn't matter if it fails on me. So just being conservative and, felt virtually risk-free. And it did take quite a while before it eventually ended up working. This is one of those trades. It's like, I wish I would have set up there it goes. So now I got the scalp. You can see it, $92. And let's go back to, here's the live market right now. So you can see this trade. If I had put a runner on it, I easily could have got, 20 points just, if I had just waited for a pullback, and put my stop here on the first bar where price went under it. That would have been basically a 20 point or so runner. So it's something I definitely want to consider doing, especially at times where I'm trading accounts where maybe I'm more concentrated on other accounts, and it's kind of this kind of situation where it's like, however it goes on the particular account that I'm trading at the time with a runner, if something happens that doesn't work out, adding the extra risk to have that number of contracts, maybe not do it with the accounts that are the most important to me. So not on the PA yet, and maybe not on some of the evaluations that are already deeper in profit. But that is something I want to start trying to do. And, if I had done it on this one, I would have made a nice profit on this evaluation. So especially on NQ, I think it's worth kind of looking into. So that's it for today. Just the one trade, and 71% discount still going on Apex. You can use this code or any other. Like and subscribe if you like what I'm doing here. I am now 10-3 for the year on YouTube, trading the way I'm trading now, and I was 1-0 today, and 1-0 there, and that's really it. It's just, at this point, the market really slowed down. It was just consolidating for quite some time, like an hour pretty much here. And so I just decided, I woke up really early today. I'm going to just go close my eyes for a little bit and be back at it tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and we'll do it again tomorrow.